I got the audience through my husband. So I wanted to shift from being the wife of the YouTuber, because that's how I was known, and it was an advice from him too. And it was hard for me in the beginning.
Sarah, do you want to tell us a little bit how you got started?
Sure. Okay, so I started on social media like a year ago, but specifically on Snapchat around 5 to 6 months ago, and it's going amazing. I have around or more than 1.5 million now, and it is really great. It's going great too. Yeah.
Thank you.
Amazing. Well, for me, Snapchat has... first of all, hi, everybody. And I'm so happy to be with these people and this panel. It's such an honor. I feel like I don't belong here. But first of all, like, I don't know, how many of you guys used Snapchat in high school? Like, when I was a kid in high school, we had Snapchat to post stories. Because as you know, Snapchat invented stories. There was no Instagram stories. There was no TikTok. So we used to use that for stories. And I loved doing that. And then back in the day, Casey Neistat and Sean Duras, before he even started doing his vlogs, he would make stories on Snapchat that were like actual stories. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I started doing that in high school and I really liked it. And then one thing led to another, and now that I've seen that I've developed a show, and you can actually put shows on Snapchat. So as you see, like Sara, like she has her own account. She can post her own stuff. And as for Yusuf, he runs a show. It's different. And
10 shows.
Exactly. He runs 10 shows. So that's the amazing special thing about Snapchat that you don't see on other platforms such as Instagram, whatever. There's multiple ways to create content and multiple ways to even make money, more than any other platform. So yeah. That's my 2 cents.
Absolutely. There are many ways, actually, and we'll tap into that. Sarah, a quick question for you. As you were kind of the latest joiner, what actually, it could be very intimidating to start from scratch, especially in this day and age where people think it's very saturated. What actually motivated you to get started on Snap 5 months ago?
So on Snapchat specifically, let me give you a backstory. So when I first started my actual journey on social media, it was through my husband. He is a content creator and he's a YouTuber. So when we first got engaged, that's when...
Great.
So that's when I got a lot of audience through him. And so after that, the audience wanted to get to know me more on a personal level. And so I used Snapchat as this platform. I'm very raw on it, very natural. I vlog it from A to Z, and I love that it's unedited, and I can just be myself on it. So through stories, people got to know me more, and that's how I got very motivated to continue doing Snapchat. Yeah.
Amazing. That's awesome. It's so good to hear.
And there's a good tip there, which is to marry somebody with a following.
It's a push. I admit it. It is a push.
For sure. Sounds good. Thank you for that. Each one of you actually touched on the fact that you all use Snapchat very differently. So, for example, there's stories, which for everybody here in the audience means it's very raw footage of you just filming yourself and posting on stories. There's Spotlight, where you get more creative and involve yourself in the creative community and post to a wider audience. And you have the show format, which is a vlog format, etc. Basically, just touching on what you are all saying, Eisa, you focus very much on Spotlight and shows.
I love Spotlight.
Yeah.
I love Spotlight.
And Yusuf, you focus very much on shows, and Sara, you focus very much on stories specifically. So, question to you all, starting perhaps with you, Eisa, is when you're creating the content and deciding what content to create and where to share it, how do you make that decision on what to create and where do you share it specifically?
Amazing question. Okay, so I think there is a very simple answer to this. So have you guys heard about Spotlight? Who knows Spotlight on Snapchat? Raise your hand if you know about Spotlight. Okay, so not everyone knows about Spotlight. So Spotlight for me is like Reels. Like if you make a Reel on Instagram, you can take that same Reel and post it on Spotlight. And guess what? It makes you money. So Spotlight, there's a way for you to make money from Spotlight. You can't make money from other platforms. So that's number one. So when I'm making my Reels on Instagram, I just put it on Spotlight, and it's amazing how much reach it gives you. It's back in the day when we thought TikTok was, wow, we get reach from TikTok. But no, now Snapchat has the same or more reach. So that's for me, for like the Reels that I create. But if it's a regular thing, like I'm recording my friends, my family, I'm traveling, whatever, stories there's no easier than stories. And you don't have to think more than you do on Instagram. Like, I feel like Instagram, we need to think more about our stories.
It's perfect.
It has to be perfect,
yes.
Right? But Snapchat, you're like, okay, this is amazing, and look what I'm doing with Yusuf, and look at his glasses. And you can take your time. You can actually take your time to show people what you're doing in your day. And that's what I think stories is. So these are the two things I do.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Sarah, anything?
Okay, I'll go. Yeah, so for me, as you said, I realized on Snapchat, the watch time is very high, other than other platforms. Like, I would watch a whole day vlog of anyone on Snapchat. I don't know, it has a special thing. So that worked out for me. People really wanted to see every detail of my life and everything that I'm doing. And as I said, it's because I started social media and no one knows who I am. That's how they got to know me better. And we got connected through that. So all I did as stories, I didn't do any spotlights or shows. I'm here to learn though. But stories is going amazing. All I do is film from day to night, everything, day to night, correct? Yeah. Yes. All I'm doing, and just some activities. And of course, I'm married to a YouTuber, so my whole life has no routine. So there's so many actions going on. And yeah, that's basically it.
The way I think about it, let me just do a demonstration. So stand up for a second.
Yes, let's go.
Imagine if we put our hands up like this.
Oh my God.
Imagine a funnel, okay?
Do you want me to go through this
And at the bottom of the funnel is like your spotlights. Big algorithmic reach reaches huge audiences.
Yes.
Coming further up the funnel is your stories. Slightly less people. Up the top of the funnel, it's a bit narrow, it's like this, is your shows.
Shows.
So you're kind of getting people in at the bottom of the funnel where there's big audience and you're funneling them up and then you're monetizing them up here. And that's kind of how we think about short, medium, long.
Got it. Got it.
I think we should hire you at Snap because I don't think anyone has given a better description than that. Speaking of monetization, and you kind of tapped into it, the burning question probably here for everyone, and please no need to share any specifics, but in terms of monetization or being able to build a healthy revenue stream for yourself or something that's sustainable, today, how do each of you generate any revenue on Snap on your platform specifically?
Can I share a secret, guys? I'm going to share a secret. That's fine?
Of course.
Okay.
If you want.
So on YouTube Shorts, I post a lot on YouTube Shorts, and I have almost 1 million subscribers on YouTube Shorts. And I've gained millions of views on YouTube Shorts. And guess how many I've made in these millions of views on YouTube Shorts from all these videos? Can somebody guess? From $2? No, more than. So I made $1,000 from maybe 20 videos, okay? $1,000. I made that same amount from one video on Spotlight.
Wow.
So that shows you how much Snapchat is paying versus how much YouTube is paying. For the same video, from one video you make $1,000. From 10, 20 videos you can make $1,000 on YouTube. So just to tell you what Snapchat is doing. So
that's
yeah.
amazing. So most of it is from Spotlight.
Thank you, Snapchat.
so most of what you generate is through Spotlight specifically?
Spotlight, actually, no, my personal stuff, but I have a show called Ishrah Li that's on shows that also generates money. Actually generates a lot of money, more than Spotlight, but it really depends because some videos don't do as well as others. It's a really tricky thing. Maybe because Yusuf is the expert in shows, I think. He has 10 shows. He can touch up on that, I think, better.
Yeah, you want to go first?
Sure, okay. So I need to jump in on spotlights and shows, so you guys need to teach me some tricks. I didn't get the chance to jump in and try and test the waters, but I'm doing stories only, so monetizations through stories. And it's crazy, it's really good. It's very different than other platforms. I haven't been on YouTube, so I cannot compare. Instagram is not like Snapchat. It doesn't pay the content creator on it, so that's what's special about Snapchat. So I also do saved stories, which basically, let's say I did a cooking video or a recipe, I would save it to my saved stories where it can go on Discover, and that can help with the revenue, basically. Yeah.
Amazing.
That's great.
You know, because we run a business as a publisher, we often have to show investors the margins on video, and they fall off their chair when they see our screens. Because as a creator, one thing that you have to know, and some of you might or might not be calculating this, you need to know how much your videos cost to produce, right? And then you look at how much they earn, and then you have a margin. Our videos cost us between $500 and $1,000 to produce.
To make.
To make. Okay. With my time, the team, the editors, $500 and $1,000. A good video on Snapchat will generate $200,000 per video. So
200,000.
I can't make that much money legally anywhere, like as a margin. Like spending $1,000, $200,000, it's $199,000 profit. It's it's quite, we shouldn't be telling anyone about this. This is our
I
secret.
don't know,
Keep it-
you
keep it
just
between
spilled the
us.
Don't tell
tea.
anyone.
So he's talking about shows for people.
Yeah,
who
as a show.
So shows are. So that's the thing. I think people are very confused about Snapchat, and I think we need labeling maybe to fix it. Is that there's shows, like you said, shows, spotlight, stories,
Exactly.
and then there's stories, saved stories, which is what you were
It
telling.
helps the story.
It helps-
basically.
it
Yeah,
helps
it's,
the story.
it's together.
So there's a lot to learn, but all of them make money, which is crazy.
So,
Yeah.
so Snapchat's hiring all of you because you probably have described Snapchat better than anyone on
Yeah.
Snap. So that's amazing. I'd love to hear from all of you. You know, all of you have million followings across on Snap, either through the shows or as a Snap star. I'd love for you to spill the beans, specifically, you know, Yusuf, Eisa, on what your creative process is. How do you come up with ideas? How do you know? What makes you want to create? How do you create a successful video, or how do you experiment specifically?
Yeah, I mean, in short, throw whatever you call it on the wall and
Spaghetti.
throw spaghetti on the wall and see what sticks in the early days. Experiment, try lots of things. Make sure you're within the content guidelines because they are very specific, much more than any other platform. Don't think of this like YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. Think of it more like Netflix. Think of it more like a very defined category of content that are very careful and brand safe, and you want to be within those guidelines. Throw stuff on the wall, see what sticks. When you start to see traction there, definitely push that out as its own show. So we started with one show, then we were like, oh, entrepreneurship is doing well. Bam, seen money. Then we were like, oh, health is doing well. Bam, seen health. Then we were like, oh, sex education is doing well. That became its own show. So that's kind of how it worked. You're throwing stuff on the wall, see what sticks, and then quickly launch subsidiary accounts.
Amazing. Wow, I think he summed it up really well. But I think in order for you to figure out like what to do, you need to figure out what kind of creator you are. Like there's the Sara creators, there's the Yusuf creators. And for me, like if I see like, for example, you have Islam here, like you have creators, amazing creators all everywhere. So you need to understand what type of creator you are. And then, like he said, it's either you're creating a Netflix show, which is shows.
Yeah.
And like he said, there are times where we've posted videos that have a bit of blood, it will be removed. Even Spotlight, by the way. Spotlight is very strict. If you have promotional images of any brands, it will be removed.
Wait, why do your videos have a bit of blood? What's going on?
I'm not sure. I don't remember the video, but any blood, weapons, anything. There's very strict rules on Snapchat that you don't find on other platforms, and they will remove the video, and you will not make money from it. So you need to understand the guidelines. And after doing that, for me personally, now like I know, okay, Snapchat likes family-friendly videos. The audience in Saudi Arabia, especially if you speak Arabic, the audience in Saudi Arabia is insane. Like you've noticed that
It
too,
is
right?
correct, yes.
Yes. So if you want to make content, like I made a video about Riyadh Air, an airplane that didn't come out yet in Saudi Arabia. I was surprised. I'm like, where? Like, and now people know me from Snapchat that didn't know me before, which is crazy. So I think even Sara can touch up on that.
Yeah, you get another like audience through Snapchat, and they're amazing. So for me, as I said, I started. I got the audience through my husband. So I wanted to shift from being the wife of the YouTuber, because that's how I was known, and it was an advice from him too. And it was hard for me in the beginning to find what I like, just because I was thinking of what they would like. So then I changed it. I actually took a paper and a pen. I started brainstorming all the things that I would feel comfortable sharing or I'm knowledgeable in. So I'm a nutritionist, so I put a bit of that, like just facts. I did cooking, makeup, fashion, and I did a bit of everything. And as you said, you test everything, you throw the spaghetti and you see what sticks. That's basically what I did, and they all stick. So my Snapchat basically is just a variety of, it's a rainbow, it's everywhere. It's crazy. And yeah, that's basically it.
That's great, thank you. Just as a follow-up question on stories specifically, because you focus very much on stories. Snap has pioneered stories since 2013, and it's great to see that it's really building a lot of engagement for you on the platform. If you could tell us a little bit of, like, what do you feel the audience has liked to view through stories specifically, and what has been a highlight, but also what has been the flip side. What are lowlights to be able to do that, and being very open and honest about like the other side of it as well. Like what has been a challenge for you?
Okay, so for me, the main challenge is actually the commitment to actually film from morning till night, because it's basically a vlog, but it's an unedited vlog. So that's hard. It's just, I guess for me, it's the one snap in the morning, and then it just happens. If I just don't film, if when I wake up or like if I do something, then it's just over for me. I just don't know where to start. So I try to make it like balanced.
Yeah.
And I forgot the question. Can you repeat?
No, you
Do you
kind of
upload
answered
them
it.
throughout the day or in one go?
No, throughout the day.
Throughout the day.
Throughout the day, yes.
Okay, so it really is real time. It's what's happening.
It is
to you
real
right
time.
now.
They really connect. Like I connected with them and they did too. So that's why I think the engagement grew, because they got to know me on a personal level, and they're enjoying my life.
I think that's cool because it also builds a sense of suspense in your life,
It
right?
does,
Like,
yes.
hey, I'm going here to the mall, whatever. I don't know if it's going to work out, and we keep coming to check in to see
Yes,
if it works. for you.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely actually one of the things we've seen people love about Snap is, for example, many people in Saudi and the UAE, someone in Saudi opens Snap around 50 times a day, and someone in the UAE on average opens Snap about 40 times a day.
Wow.
And one of the insights that we've seen specifically, exactly to your points, is that people on Snapchatters specifically love to see what's happening behind the scenes. So all of the time we actually tell creators, and just the tip for aspiring creators out there is it's not and or on social media platforms anymore. It's not an or on on social media platforms anymore. It's always an and. So whatever you're doing on other platforms today, people love to see the behind the scenes on Snap. So for example, if you're doing something on another platform and people love to see that behind-the-scene creative process, and that's something that we've seen work really, really well on Snap specifically. I'm going to shift gears a little bit. Yusuf, I see you're always wearing these Snap spectacles.
I am.
And earlier you were talking about the future of storytelling. Just for everybody here in the audience, globally we have 250 million people that engage with AR on Snap every day. Can you tell us a little bit about these glasses and
I mean, when I look at the platform, I look at what's unique about it. And what's truly unique about Snap is that it opens into the camera, right? And at its core, it's about self-expression. People share selfie videos with their friends, etc. What we're really interested in is how do you create deeper and deeper forms of engagement with that audience? So on most platforms, what's engagement? Likes, views, shares. Do you know what we love the most? Is where somebody watches the episode and then they open their camera and they create content about our episode. So for example, I'll pull up a video, but we basically did a show about climate change, and we filmed it with camera glasses, and you would watch an episode about recycling, and then you would open your camera and recycle with your face. Or you'd watch an episode about climate change, and then you would be in the ice caps. Or you would watch about rhino poaching, and you become the rhino. And what was so cool is that we ended up seeing millions of people around the world speaking about our episodes, and I was like, I don't know who these kids are, but they're around the world, and they're like, how cool is that? Like, it's a deep form of engagement.
Just to touch upon that, so you think that's another level of engagement?
It's a deep level of engagement, right? And you can do polls and quizzes and surveys and games. And to the spectacles point, that same tech stack, that same technology, that augmented reality, works on the phone, but it also works on the glasses, right? So you're building these games, and just for perspective, it's not niche. 50 million people have opened their camera and used our lenses in the last year on Snapchat. Wow. They've watched an episode, they've opened their camera, they've done something, they've said something, and all those experiences also work in here. So what that means is you're innovating today, but you're also thinking about the future. And that's my favorite thing about Snap. Yeah. Forget the money, forget the stories. What I actually really like about the platform is that they're actually building an ecosystem for the future. And as creators, we need to be thinking about that future.
Yeah,
I think crazy.
Yeah, I honestly love watching a lot of your videos when it comes to AR. One of the two really interesting things that stood out for me, because I actually hadn't seen your presentation, was how you learned the Quran through the spectacles, which was really amazing, and how you managed to give these glasses or use AR filters to be able to hide who people were who wanted to tell really important stories with a purpose.
Thank you. This presentation, by the way, has been a nightmare for me because every time I say the word Snapchat, these glasses turn on. I swear. So We keep saying Snapchat, and I keep turning them off. And it's like Snapchat, and they come up again.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Snapchat.
So,
You guys are blinding me.
so final question, just for the audience: if if any of the audience could leave with any tip, like the most important tip from
that's a
all
good
of
one.
you, could you share what that final insight would be, and what that one tip would be for the audience, for anybody who wants to start on Snap or has been on the platform, etc. So.
Okay, so I kind of said, I said it a while ago. One tip I can give you is do what you love to do, and don't how can I explain this? Okay, so I'm not gonna look at what other people would want me to do. I did what I like, and I gained the audience that suit what I'm doing. And that's how I grew. I created my own circle, or my own family, let's say, and we grew together. When I start thinking of what they want me to do, it feels unnatural, and that goes against Snapchat. Snapchat is very natural. And for anyone that's starting on Snap, just keep going, keep filming. You will reach. It might take a bit of time. I'm not an example. I had a push, but it does take a lot of time. But you'll get there.
You are an incredible example, actually.
I'll give 3 tips because I like the sound of my own voice. Oh my God, have you seen that over there? Make sure you grab people's attention, not in the first 3 seconds, but in the first fraction of a second is the first tip. Number 2, optimize for retention and watch time. Snap, if you want to earn revenue, you need to get people past lots of ads. So you need to keep saying, da-da-dum, da-da-dum, but ad. Da-da-dum, da-da-dum, but ad. Keep people at the edge of their seats till the end of the video. And the third tip is, platforms like Facebook and Instagram are more content that you want to share. I share a video of ocean pollution because I care, and I want my friends to know that I care about ocean pollution. Snapchat is different. Snapchat is not necessarily about the share. It's the stories you want to watch, but maybe you're too afraid to share. So lean into stigmas, taboos, stereotypes, the stuff that you might not post on your social media feed, but you are interested in. Again, that's why I say it's a little bit more like Netflix.
Amazing. I think both amazing pieces of advice. And I think, just to touch upon what I said before, is that understand what kind of content you want to make on Snapchat. So I want to ask you guys, who here is an overthinker like me? Overthinker.
I'm an underthinker, which is the worst problem.
We have a lot of overthinkers. I'm an overthinker. You cannot be an overthinker when using Snapchat. Just use it. Use it and post. And
don't be precious.
Don't be precious, exactly. And the filters are nice. There's a lot of filters on Snapchat that people use. But the idea is to just post. And on Instagram, you might think a bit more before posting, but don't. I think that's my piece of advice. Just don't overthink.
That's what I used to think when I started, and I gave it an advice too. Every time we don't know what to film, we just start. And I always used to think in the beginning that people are going to get bored. I'm filming a lot. No, it's the total opposite. People love to watch. As I said before, it's long. They have a high watch period. I don't know how to say it.
Watch time.
Watch time, yes, watch time. It has a high watch time, and so people love to go into details. So just start, just do it. It's easier than what you think.
These tips are golden. Thank you so much. I've actually seen people use exactly what you've been saying, and it's really changed and transformed how they create content on Snap. Don't overthinking it is really key in trying to make things work, and being passionate about what you do. And of course, using all the best practices and grabbing people's attention. One more thing that really helps people is don't be dismayed if things don't work out the first few weeks. It's really all about consistency as well. So thank you all for all the incredible tips, your incredible energy, and your journey on Snap. For us, it's been an inspiration to be able to be working with amazing content creators like yourselves on the platform to continue to grow, innovate, and really build amazing stories. So we're incredibly excited to continue this journey together. And I want to thank the audience as well for listening.
Thank you, audience.
We really appreciate this, and we hope that you've managed to take some insights home with you and start your journey as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Sara.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for the amazing energy. Thank you, everyone. And we finished on time.
We did. Good job.